It's a beautiful day for Big Ten softball, and we've got Game 3 of a classic border battle on deck. Welcome inside Bob Pearl Field, where the Iowa Hawkeyes are set to square off with the Nebraska Cornhuskers in a matchup loaded with rivalry, talent, and postseason implications. I'm Jacob Worthen. Joining me is Joel Kelly. She gave up 6 on Friday.
Yeah, she just needs to attack the zone, really, and when she gets up in the count, just deliver solid pitches.
That one's going to be a one-hopper to the center fielder. Going to be on. Drive-in runs here. The 1-2. Swings away. That's going to go to center field, and that's going to be a fly out. Bland flies out for her first out of this weekend series.
Took all the way until Sunday, but
Control she has on that softball.
yeah, she's been fantastic so far, especially getting the first pitch strike. Stolen base there.
Stolen base for Jordy Ball. She is fast as she is
Than the usual spot for a shortstop.
the 1-1 home, and that's going to be a ground out to first. Hawkeyes have 2 outs already here on the one hit for Nebraska. Jordy. The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. There's a strikeout for Jalen Adams.
That was a nasty pitch right there. Adding ability. I mean, she got the single there to lead off the game, but she can do it all in the circle as well. Second in ERA in opponent batting average in the Big Ten. She's looking to keep this Hawkeye offense quiet today, but they just need to make a play to get them around, which we've only seen them score 1 run in this series. So,
and that's going to be a ball for Jenny Young's going to get on base to start it off for the Hawkeyes. The
Jordy Ball to maybe throw one a little more out of the zone here, maybe bury one in the dirt.
It's going to be just outside. Changeup. That's going to be swung on strike number 3. That's going to be Jordy Ball's first punch out of the day.
Put a runner in scoring position. Things will start looking good. The offense will gain some confidence because, you know, as you head down the lineup, you build off of each other. If people near the top are getting on, then, you know, you get down there and people are thinking they can get on too.
That one's going to be swung on and missed for contact here on the 1-2. A swing and a miss. Jordy Ball, 3 up. Well, not 3 up, 3 down, but does give up a walk, but walks away with 3 Ks.
And we see Nebraska kind of messed around with their lineup changes, changing that batting order a little bit, trying to get some more juice.
That one's going to be grounded out to first. 1 away for the Hawkeyes. Jalen Adams comes in with the 3-1. Of the day for Jalen Adams.
You know, all the talent from that 1 spot all the way to the 9 spot. Adams is going to have to work. She's going to have to show her best stuff.
And that's going to go in between the gap by the shortstop and third baseman. And that's going to get down for Nebraska's second hit of the game. They're going to be 2 for 6 season. It's been walked 14 times, but she's going to make contact. That's going to get down for a double play maybe. No. Going to get the player out at second, but now they will have runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Something low and away here.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. That's the second strikeout today for Jalen Adams as we get another look at this beautiful pitch. Full count. Swung on, going to make contact towards the shortstop. That's going to be a ground out for Talia Trenton. You like to see her make contact, but ultimately not the result you wanted.
Yeah, good job bouncing back by Jordy Ball, especially after that UCLA series 2 weeks ago where they were able to snag 1.
That one's going to be popped up into the air. Jordy Ball fielding it. That's going to be out number 2. This one from Hannah Lindsay making contact once again for the Hawkeyes, but popping up.
It's that out game. Will cat and mouse have her try and chase it outside.
You're going to get that as it's going to be a ground out and a tag out.
Great job by Bacon out there.
We'll see if she tries to get her to chase here on the 2-2 pitch. Nope, going to be contact. It's going to be, ooh, that was very close to a home run for Jordy Ball, but instead it's going to be a double for the Cornhuskers. Going to make contact. That's going to get down, and she's not going to make the catch. Ball's going to come home, and they're going to get a double. Samantha Bland with the RBI. And the Cornhuskers get the first run of this game, 1-0.
Take a look here. Jenny Young, good stop there. That throw just going a little too low for Trenton, and we saw that a lot yesterday, too. The Hawkeyes.
Here now for the Huskers with a runner in scoring position. And she's going to swing on, and that's going to be a ground out for out number 1. You saw Bland kind of wait there at second to see what the play was going to be, and then she
Over there, she just had to take the out at first.
That one's hit high, center field. That's off the wall again, and we're going to see another double. Bland scores for the Cornhuskers. It's 2-0 Nebraska here in the third.
A great piece of hitting there, hitting that off the wall as well. You know, they've come so close to hitting another home run, breaking that record. I mean, between the two hits off the wall, probably a combined 6 inches away from
second. We'll see what she can do with a runner in scoring position. She's going to swing on. That's going to get down into left field, and that's going to be a double for Bella Bacon. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Cornhuskers. Only 1 out against them. Great contact hitting from Bella Bacon, just clearing the third baseman and getting down into the left field.
Yeah, out there in left field, 1 away, and first base open. You know, you don't really have a chance at a double play, so you need a strikeout here or a pop-up, something weak, something where runners can't score.
That's going to be in there, called strike 3. That's the third punch out today for Jalen Adams. The rest of this lineup again as we were getting ready for the 1-2 home. In there, called strike 3. Jalen Adams works her way out of a jam and limits damage, getting the strikeout.
He got 3 strikeouts, all coming in that first inning. So we'll see if she can get another one here.
And she does. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed for the strike number 2-2 count. Swings and a miss. Jordy Ball records another strikeout this inning. And it's going to be 2 outs for the Hawkeyes. As
quite as high as you thought you could, and then you're swinging and missing.
And there's going to be a slap hit, and that's going to get down for Iowa's first hit of the ball game. Jenna Young, who was the only Hawkeye to reach base, gets the first hit and hopefully eat into the deficit. As she's going to make contact, that's going to be a hopper towards the shortstop, and it's going to be an error. And Jenna Young's going to take third base, and that's going to put runners at the corners for the Hawkeyes. Good contact.
You swing at some pitches you shouldn't, but really you just got to wait for your pitch to come.
That's going to be a walk. Ball 4. Bases are now loaded for the Hawkeyes. Sujin Berry, excellent vision to get that walk.
Ramos didn't like it, and she laid off.
Here's the full count. She's going to swing on. That's going to be a hit, and a run scores for Iowa. Ramos with the RBI single gets the Hawkeyes on the board. 2-1 now, cutting that lead in half. Great contact from the freshman, putting it right in the gap to center field, and it gets down, and the Hawkeyes get a run. The first run Jordy Ball has given up in this series.
They set themselves up so well for the sweep. If they were to drop this game, that would
that one's hit on, and that's going to be a plop down, and Bennett's going to score. The Hawkeyes are going to tie this game up with 2 outs. 2-run score. The Hawkeyes take a lead 3-2 over the Cornhuskers.
Another great job. You get your pitch, and you're not trying to do too much with it. You know, she probably hits it a little more underneath the ball than she wanted to, but Trenton gets the job done, and, you know, 2 outs, those runners are going.
Scoring 3 runs here. 0-2 to Lindsay. Looks like she's going to get hit by a pitch, and the bases are going to be loaded once again for the Hawkeyes. The full lineup order will now here in Iowa City as the 0-1 count is coming home. And she's going to get hit by a pitch, and that's going to be another run scored for the Hawkeyes, making it 4-2. Jordy Ball hits back-to-back players. Here's the warm-up and the pitch. Hit by pitch again. Another run's going to come across. Avery Jackson hit in the knee. You know that doesn't feel good at all. She's going to get on base for the Hawkeyes. It's going to be a ground out. Ground out to first. But the Hawkeyes, after starting the inning 0 for 2 as far as outs, come back.
Sitting in that dugout, it will sort of get a reset.
That one's lifted out to right field. Simon's over there to make the out. Out number 1 to the Cornhuskers.
More weekend series here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's postseason play.
That's when winning matters. The 3-2 pitch is going to be in there. Called. Strike 3.
Their ball was singing fastball the entire way.
3-2. Line down to the third base line. And it's going to be an out. Jordy Ball gets put out at first for her first out of the to get on base for the Hawkeyes. But then that error, like you said, really opened it up. And she's going to ground that to the shortstop and is going to be safe. And she's going to get another single. 2 for 2 on the day for Jenna Young, the leadoff hitter. Here's the 3-1 home. She's going to lay down a bunt. Advances the runner, but will be thrown out at first for out number 1.
Real textbook bunting right there from Torn on ground balls and advancing runners on the throw. Iowa definitely will do that too.
That's going to be a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Caught Sujin Berry looking. That's going to be Hawkeyes today are 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. That's going to be strike number 3 for McGee. Gets another strikeout of this inning and limits damage to 2 count with 0 away. You know, Adams going to look to get the out here. Now it's going to go right to third, and she's going to get Bland out at first. Huge. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be contact. Jackson, we've talked about her so much, making the catch at third for the second out of the inning to put 2 away for Iowa. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a grounder to Avery Jackson. We've said her name all day, and she makes another play again as she with the putout at first. She has been looking absolutely great fielding.
I think come back here, bounce back, throw a strike.
And she will not, as that's going to be ball 4. And Talia Trenton, the leadoff hitter for the Hawkeyes, is going to walk to first base. Here's the even count. It's going to be a plop. It's going to be a 1 out. Trenton is going to be forced out at second. 1 on, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's going to get contact here. She's going to advance to second, but Devin Simon's going to be thrown out at first in time. First strike number 2. Now it's going to be in there. Ball 4. Jackson, good vision to get on to first and record the walk.
For the Dodgers said, deuces are wild when it happened.
I love that. Safe at first. Good lay down from Tatiana Roman. Gets her first hit of the ball game. And that's going to bring up Jenna Young for the Hawkeyes with the bases loaded.
This is going to go into review, and I'm not surprised. I think we get a look here. I think that throw is going to beat Roman. Ooh, that's real close.
That is really close. They are calling her out. And from our viewpoint, it feels like the umps made the right here. Let's see what this pitch is going to be. It's going to be a ground to the right field, and that's going to be a hit for Bella Bacon. And if you're the Cornhuskers, that's exactly what you need to try to crawl back into this game.
Yep, you get that runner on. Now the tying run gets to.
Now, Jalen Adams, the 0-2 home. strung on and missed. Strike 3. And Jalen Adams is going to get her 6th punch out of the game. Would go great, as that one's going to go to Ava Jackson. And they're going to get the force out at second. With a fielder's choice, Ava Kuzak's going to reach first via fielder's choice, as we now see that pitch count for Adams. Over 90 pitches thrown so far in this game. Today so far for Nebraska, each 2 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be ball number 4. And that's going to advance a runner. That's going to advance Kuzak into scoring position on second. Huge for Jalen Adams. 0-1. 0-0 is going to be low. Third save. Kuzak is safe at third with a stolen base.
Have a chat.
With 2 outs, as we see here. As we get right here.
Up, and that she needed to do that going down 2-0.
And she's going to get the punch out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Nebraska leaves runners stranded on the corners in the top of the 6th, as we see this punch out from Jalen Adams. Another score. Jenny Young looking to keep making contact and improve on this day for the Hawkeyes. She's going to make contact, and that's going to be a 3rd single for Jenna Young.
It's a great base. Amundsen's got to bounce back here. Allow that base hit. Now Point Bennett with the bunt.
Throws just in time. Bennett doing her job as needed. Words of praise and reassurance from her second baseman, Susan Berry. 0 for 2, has a strikeout and a walk today. That one's going to be down and caught from Kuzak.
Right back in and get up there and focus on this next pitch.
Kuzak making 2 great plays and great catches for the Cornhuskers in this inning. Records the 3rd out.
Go get 2 or more bases.
Ooh, just off the glove. And that's going to be a base hit for Jordy Ball. Gets 3 hits on the day for the Cornhuskers.
She goes out there and she just competes every at bat.
That's going to get down. Will Ball come in? No, but Bland gets her first hit of the day, and it's going to be a double
at third. But yeah, that brings up the tying run for the Huskers.
Double play. What a catch. And Young's day just keeps getting better. She comes up with a huge catch here and then lays out for the put out at second. Samantha Bland just came up huge. But Jenna to Casey Hoffman's called for a strike. Here's the second pitch. That's going to be a hopper to shortstop, and that's going to be the game. The Hawkeyes pick up a huge 5-2 win, avoid the series sweep against Nebraska, and picks up their first win against the Cornhuskers in 2 years.
So real good statement victory there by the Hawkeyes. They're going to compete with all these teams. We already saw it against UCLA early this Big Ten season, but now taking down the top 20 ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers. And a real gritty win today on this Sunday.
They definitely went out and earned that after 2 just heartbreaking losses on Friday and Saturday. They came out and really earned this W.